What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit. I'm back, rather reluctantly, for this specific game, because reasons, which if you're on the YouTubes, you will know fairly quickly. If you're on the Twitch, you probably know already, but if you are recently joining me and have not yet looked at how long the game is, we're going to be here for a while. So I want you guys to do yourself a favor. Get yourself a tasty beverage or a tasty snack. Get yourself all nice and cozied up in your blanket, in your bed, or on your couch, or on your computer screen, or whatever you want to do on your phone. This is not one of those games that you want to watch on the toilet while taking a big poop, because unless the poop takes a long time to get going, you're not going to get the full story of what we're about to get into here. Apparently this game was wild. That's what we've been told. So I'm here to set the stage. The players in this game are here to be on the stage, and Age of Mythology action. Let's go. Chrono JJ, the man, the myth, the legend. Daddy JJ is what some like to call him. Papa JJ, he's also affectionately known as, possibly the most effervescent of all of the Age of Mythology players, has immaculate knack for not making mercenaries. So we'll see if he breaks that streak this game or not. But yeah, it's everyone's favorite daddy in the Age of Mythology community. His partners today in the yellow color playing as Ra. His name is I Suck. And that's not because he sucks at the game. I made that seem like I was going somewhere with that. He's playing Ra, yes. And the other guy over here in the purple color playing as Odin. I don't know who this is. This guy's name is Norse Pucker. He's just some dude hanging out, showing off Odin on frozen wastes. Now, Chrono JJ's team, we're going to name this Chrono JJ's team because that's whose team this is. They're going up against Brutus's team because Brutus is playing Uranos in teal color. And he's also got some teammates who are playing Poseidon here over in the middle of the map is Atru. He's in the blue color. And in the green color, we have Matteo. I believe that's how you say his name. And he's playing Hades. So we've got a couple of fairly aggressive gods here in Poseidon and Uranos, coupled with a kind of timing attack based god here in team games. Hades is very, very good at that. So we'll see if that's going to work out for this team. Obviously Chrono JJ and his buddies have got the Egyptians on their side. So very, very defensive with a fairly easy to kill Odin player here. So Odin can feel a little bit sad if he doesn't have the right gods on his side. So for example, if you play Odin, boom, and then you also have like Isis Ra on your team, as the Odin player, you can get picked on quite easily. So for example, for that example of Isis Ra, Odin, say the other team has one Ra player, that Ra player can decide, I'm going to build Sphinx, I'm going to send them at the Odin, and then I'm going to Locust, Horus, and kill them very, very quickly. And there's not a lot that the Egyptian players can really do. They can obviously timing attack the Ra player and knock them out as well, but it's a little bit harder to do. And yeah, that's my story. Okay, map is Frozen Waste, so let's take a look at it. If you are unaware, Frozen Waste always has the gold mines on the sides of the map. This can make for some fairly triggering, I would say, games in that, well, if we take a look at how the gold mines are spread out here, we've got gold mines that are kind of back or not back, but all the gold mines are forward, I should say, except for one. So you get one gold mine between two players, one gold mine between two players. So what needs to happen is that one of these players, what is this forward build by Norse Parker? One of these players needs to secure their front gold. Otherwise, the middle player is going to run out of gold. And we are seeing I Suck. He is prepared for a villager rush as he's jumping straight in onto Brutus's base and is casting rain. That's going to block ceasefire. That's going to block shockwave. That's going to block everything else. And while this is going on, the Raven has tanked 50 HP worth of damage there. So the villagers didn't get any damage done at all. We do see that it looks like we have Pygmalion's statue here for Isaac, which is going to allow him to make this attack happen very, very well. So we're starting to see the villagers getting pulled off. He needs to make sure he takes the town center down, though, first. Otherwise, things can go very badly for him. He doesn't quite... Does he have the resources? He doesn't quite have the resources to get this town center up, but there goes Brutus's town center as Norse Parker is ready to push forward himself to clean Brutus up. My golly gosh, Brutus has lost his town center, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do. When this happens to you as the Uranus, as the Great Gaia, as the Kronos, simply just run your villagers over to your partner's base. Don't worry too much about what's going on here. Just be like, look, they did it. He took that spot. Come back, take the loss, and try and make a comeback here. So very, very nice. Very, very nice.
And your
attack there from Isaac. He needs to get the villagers back to work, though, because at this point he doesn't have anything. Isaac needs gold. If Chrono JJ could give Isaac a little bit of gold here to get the town center, that would be ideal. Alternatively, he could just jump onto the gold mine, but it's looking like no gold is coming his way. No gold is coming his way. He's like, all right, I'll come over and I'll start mining this gold from this mine. Now it's seeing Atru going to come over and start participating in this fight, bringing over his Hippolyta and everything else. And while this is all going on, we just see Matteo saying, yep, all right, I'll get a town center. I'll just hang out over here. Not really too much sweat in this game. Just gonna hang out. 6 minute 40 second town center. Oh, yeah, why not? Seems like it'll work. So we see a lot of idle villagers here taking down this temple. I mean, you don't really need to. Just allow Norse Parker to defend you here is essentially what he has to do. And there's Chrono JJ. There's the gold he needs to get the town center up. He's going to attempt to get it up. But now Atru is over here. He's going to start getting a lot of damage done onto these villagers. But remember, they are Pygmalion statue villagers, so they take a long time to go down. But while it's happening, we do see this attack is very, very brutal. No ceasefire available for Chrono JJ's team to get this town center up. The Pharaoh being a little bit confused about what his role in life is, as we do see that one coming up. And Matteo will be casting the restoration here, but I don't think there's enough units over here to quite win this one. The town center will go up as Chrono JJ does get prosperity, meaning he's probably going up to the heroic age through Nephthys here. Pharaoh going to come over here. What has he got? He's got the Sistrum of Bast. We've talked about Sistrum of Bast before. It seems like an amazing relic, and it's not that it's a bad relic. There's not really any terrible relics that you shouldn't get. There's a couple, but it's not like it's bad. It's just not as good as you think. 5 food off every 15 seconds. It's like a 20 food trickle, you know? It's not much. It's not much at all. Now you see Brutus retreating back over here. You're going to be doing his thing. He still hasn't gotten himself a second town center yet. Sometimes it can be very, very simple here for the team who's getting villager rushed to react to this. And the answer generally is just tribute the Uranus player around 400 resources, 200 resources each, and to get their town center back up. Just get that, let them get their town center back up and just pull back, and then you have a town center nice and close to you that you can, or a base you can come and take down. We are seeing these villagers going to be moving back. I'm not sure exactly where they're going. Maybe going to be looking to grab a gold mine or something. But in the end of the day, this attack worked, but at what cost? Because Isaac, he's 2 town centers here, but he's got no food. He's got 10 villagers on food right now, and they're on the berries. So it's not enough to even support the 2 town centers in producing villagers. All the buildings for Brutus are going down, and we're still seeing over up top of the map, Chrono JJ and Matteo have not yet greeted. So we do see the Migdol strongholds up. Chrono JJ is in the middle of the map, just enjoying the game. Like, haha, I've won the game. One of the players is dead, right? Wrong. If this game was Age of Empires 4, the game would probably be over. But because it's not, the game gets to continue. And we are seeing these Hippocon chasing down Isaac's villagers. He's losing so many villagers for this. And remember, like, yeah, he killed 700 resources of town center. He killed a temple. He killed a barracks. He killed a counter barracks and everything else. But these villagers, this isn't like free. If you lose the villagers, you're paying for it. And it's kind of not even worth the villager rush if you lose your villagers. Anyways, We are seeing Mateo getting a little bit antsy over here, going after Chrono JJ. He's trying to snipe down that Minotaur. Very, very low HP. Nice Garrison micro there from Chrono JJ's. We do see the Scorpion Man coming in, getting headbutted away at first, though, before turning in. Definitely wants to take that Minotaur down. 8 HP remaining. He can look to go and attack somewhere else. For some reason, Chrono JJ is making Camelry. It's not something you really want to make as Isis. It's better to make like Chariot Archer Spearmen in pretty much every single case. As we are seeing the Chiron going to be able to take down that Scorpion Man. And as this is all going on, Atru is getting very, very aggressive with his Hippocon, chasing away Norse Parker's units here. He's going to be just trying to buy himself some time here, because what really can Isaac do? Remember, he used his rain, so he doesn't have access to rain, so building farms isn't really as beneficial anymore, even though he is Ra and he gets the faster farms. He's got Shadoof, all the good stuff. Ra does get no, Ra doesn't have faster farms, he just has rain, right? Right. Now we see Atru walking forward, and he has found these villages, and Isaac is now back into his home base. I'm surprised. Why isn't he just mining from this gold mine? I mean, obviously, this is berries here, but nice raids from Atru to keep Isaac in the dark thus far. And meanwhile, these villages over here onto the berries, onto the food. Chrono JJ still making a move, but he's still only one town center. So I'm not exactly sure what his plans are here. What is his upgrades looking like? He's getting himself farms. He doesn't have shaft mine, no plow. He's making himself this Scorpion Man over here. The raids coming in are gonna. Oh, he's looking after the Brutus. The Brutus villages. He's gonna be able to take these down, I think. How far is the run? Like, they're so fat, they take a long time to kill, but it's looking like at least one of them will die. And we'll see if Chrono JJ can get any path blocking happening here or not, as this citizen is trying to make her way over into this manor. It's going to be close, but the citizen does end up falling. That hurts Brutus so much here. Meanwhile, we see these raids still coming in hot by Atru and Mateo. Both of these guys playing out of their mind thus far to keep themselves in it. Mateo's 3 town centers, very well boomed, in a very, very nice position here. We do see Brutus's town center has been spotted here by Chrono JJ, and he's realizing no citizen over here to snipe, but the citizen are moving up here. Maybe going to be looking to try and take out this polar bear. If Chrono J pays attention, he will be able to take down one of these citizen, it seems, because the citizen are going to be looking to move in onto this location over here. As Chrono JJ's army starts to sit idly by it, they will be able to now start going after these citizens, picking off yet another citizen of Brutus's. But meanwhile, we see the raids from Mateo coming in, taking down the Chiron, though, with Chrono JJ's shanking villagers. But he's going to be losing a couple of villages here as this raid is coming in. Now we see the villages getting picked off by Atru, Norse Parker, and Chrono JJ getting absolutely devastated right now on their economy. But Chrono JJ trying to return fire over here, as we're seeing the army returning for Chrono JJ. He needs to figure out how to get himself a safe gold mine at this point. Just not enough gold income at the bank. He's got himself shaft mine, no quarry just yet. Quarry would be a big help here. Well, not a big help, but a decent help, as we are seeing. What are these units over here? It looks like the armory coming up, the farms coming up. Chrono JJ going to be casting himself Ancestors Eclipse over here, but too little too late, as the Migdol stronghold does end up going down. Mateo, though, looking like he wants to fight this here, and he's probably going to be losing quite a few of these Hippocon. The Ajax and the Chiron are in on this fight, but they're not really going too heavily after all of the Myth units, as the Ajax is fighting a camelry there and gets sniped off. But now the villagers have to retreat. We do see a Migdol stronghold going up with one villager. How long does this take? 131 seconds, 2 minutes, 10, 11 seconds. And now we see Brutus now hitting some raids onto Norse Packer over here, going to be trying to take down these dwarves. So the dwarves retreating away, looking to return back to the home base. Armory coming down now for Norse Packer. And it's looking like Mateo, Atru, and Brutus have got full control over this game, but Mateo did take a heavy loss there to Ancestors Eclipse, so we'll see if Chrono JJ can utilize it. But Chrono JJ is still only one town center. He's trying to throw this town center up, but he hasn't yet started it, and he's only being on one town center is really, really bad right now. But so too is Atru only on one town center, and Brutus only on one town center, but he is getting himself the second town center, and that's got spotted by Norse Parker, going to be prevented there. Meanwhile, we see these These Hippocon moving in onto this location, going after more villages. So many dwarf kills here as the dwarves trying to get into the town center and stay alive. But that's all she wrote there for those dwarves, and they're feeling very, very sad, as it's so hard on Frozen Wastes to secure your gold mine, as a True is just going to be continuously raiding. It's so hard to impede the raids in this game. We do see that Norse Park are going to be doing some return raids. Would love to see this gold mine get hit at some point over here, but not happening just yet. Norse Park does hit the heroic age through Njord, question mark. What is the plan with Njord? Who's he going after? He's got normally Njord you pick because of a timing attack with Walking Woods, and that's what he's going for. He casts the Walking Woods, and he's going to be attempting to take down Brutus's town center here for another chance at putting Brutus onto 0 town centers in this game. The constant picking on Brutus. What did he do to deserve this? A True hits the heroic age through Aphrodite, though. He's still only 1 town center. And we do see that Shockwave has been cast over here in order to try and keep this town center alive for just a little bit longer. The Hero Mermillers are going to be coming over here very, very shortly. There's the Valor as well. We've got so many of those, and Curse comes in, but Norse Parker is going to be utilizing his Undermine here in order to finish off this town center, and Brutus is back down to 0 town centers here, but he is getting this town center back over here. Meanwhile, Mateo is all in on Chrono JJ, who is defending absolutely magnificently with 4 Scorpion Men and all the Chariot Archers in the world. Very, very nice play. Chrono JJ going to slowly attempt to start moving forward here, but Mateo very ballsily going to be attempting to grab this town center. Meanwhile, we do see a Locust get thrown over here. I don't think it got any kills, but it does deny this town center for that little bit longer, as we do see Isaac will be able to take down Brutus's hero citizen there. How many does he have left? He's got 1 citizen over here. He's got these citizen over in the middle of the map. So few in this game. We see the Scorpion Men going to town on those medium Toxotes as the Chariot Archers trying to move forward. We see a Migdol Stronghold getting thrown up in onto this location, but now we have the Manticore coming in. We have the Chiron here to hold this location. Meanwhile, another raid over here as the Migdol Stronghold is going to be attempting to get thrown up. These are heavy Hippocon here. These villagers are still going to be Pygmalion statue, but now they've got Skin of the Rhino here, so they are buff, tanky, and can shank for like no man's can. I don't know. Anyways, we see the Migdol Stronghold is up, but Isaac not really able to hold this position very easily. These Hippocon can easily take that down. Meanwhile, Town Center has not been denied here just yet. There's another Migdol Stronghold getting thrown up by Chrono JJ as the Pharaoh getting targeted down, and Mateo has got good control over here in this game. And Norse Parker's cavalry have all been taken out, as now a True is starting to claim more and more town centers. He's up to 3 town centers as they are pushing forward, and they are kind of chopping off Isaac's base from the rest of the map. This gold mine just about to expire. He does have this gold mine here that he could potentially get to. Up here, we do see that these Hippocon have been dealt with, so Isaac can now grab that gold mine fairly safely. Meanwhile, we see the Toxotes moving in over here with the help of the Achilles, the Ajax, the Hades Shades as well. Heavy Toxotes in here as Chrono JJ has to pull back even more, as Mateo is so very, very strong in this situation with his Hades, as he is still trying to make ground. And we see, was this another town center? Not just yet. I wonder if a True is going to try and grab this one here. More stables getting thrown up on this location here to try and defend. Will we see more raids onto these back gold mines, onto this gold mine anytime soon? We have these villagers moving up to the top side of the map here to grab this gold mine here. Armory getting taken down, and we do see a stray mountain giant going to be attempting to take down this town center, but unfortunately for Norse Parker, this town center is going to live, as there are just too many hero units here, and that's a dead mountain giant. But now the villagers have to move over here, and this is going to be some very, very dodgy looking villagers, to say the least. And the problem is that right now Chrono JJ's got 2,000 gold and no mercenary queued up. He hates mercenary, that's just how it goes. But in reality, Brutus is so far behind here that if Norse Parker can get going, then this is going to be completely fine for Chrono JJ's team. But unfortunately, it looks like he's not really. He's been punished too hard by a true thus far, and Mateo and a true so very, very far in front. We're still seeing more of these cavalry getting built out by Chrono JJ in an effort to counter the army that's coming his way. We're starting to see some watchtowers coming up for Chrono JJ to hold onto this town center as long as he can. Thea comes through for Brutus, though, as he is continuing along in this game quite nicely, if I do say so myself, considering all things. And Isaac does hit the Mythic Age here through Horus, and he's going to be just simply tornadoing Brutus's town center yet again, going after these villages. We see Spim and we see cavalry. These citizens are potentially going to be falling yet again, but Brutus has already got another town center, so these picks, they do hurt Brutus quite a bit, but not as much as you might think. And Brutus has basically had everything used on him this game except for Chrono JJ's Ancestors Eclipse here. And now the towers are up. It's going to be a little bit harder for Mateo to push onto this town center. But while this is going on, Mateo was grabbing a 5th town center here. You can't support 5 town centers without a gigantic trade route. So we'll see if Mateo is going to be starting that one anytime soon. Get up to 80 villages, and then also like an extra 30 camel caravans or donkey caravans for the Greeks, and you'll be okay.
Into you.
We're starting to see the heavy Toxotes still trying to chase these units away. The gold mine has expired. Chrono JJ is now naked mining this gold mine, and he can get taken out very, very shortly here. So we're now starting to see Norse Parker looking for some raids in this game, and the Hippocon trying to take this town center down, but Chrono JJ holding very, very strong at this point. And Isaac, he needs to figure out a way to hit Blue's economy, and this is the location here. Taking a True's villages down, removing the gold income from a True would be so key here in this game. But right now, Brutus is getting this town center, and this is Chrono JJ's trade route as well. 168 gold camel caravans getting pushed off to the side here, potentially going to get sniped out. It does manage to get out of town center range, but that is absolutely huge for Mateo to have that position. The problem is, if we check out Mateo's point of view, he's 174 of 200 population with no resources in the bank. It's going to be hard for him to get to that 200 of 200 population here. Meanwhile, Isaac is dealing with the True very, very nicely, as we're starting to see some heavy Prodromus coming in, but Prodromus not so good against the Avenger, against the Spearmen. They do very, very nicely to defend here. We are seeing this Petropolis now going to be starting to take down the town center here as these heavy Toxotes. They're not doing a whole lot over here. And we are seeing Chrono JJ remaking his market in a different location. Migdal Stronghold over here. Cavalry are going to be looking to push forward as Isaac trying to take out a True's forward base here, doing very, very nicely. But meanwhile, town center still not going down. We've got the Scorpion men coming in now to try and clean up these Toxotes. There isn't a whole lot of hero here. There's no heroes here actually for Mateo, so these Scorpion men are going to be doing work. Lots of idle villages here for Chrono JJ. He needs to start getting the repairing happening over here. Meanwhile, on this location, we see the cavalry taking out Mateo's gold income, but Mateo has started the double trade route over here as best as he can, and every villager he kills should basically just be simply going onto food, getting remade, and just get farms and camel caravans, farms, donkey caravans. Don't worry about these gold mines here. It's just not going to happen. But while it's all happening, Isaac has managed to take the town center down, pushing a True back down onto 2 town centers. Isaac is 4 town centers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Norse Parker, 2 town centers, just trying to get going here. So very, very difficult for him. He's throwing up a hill fort as he's going to be continuing in this game. Meanwhile, up on this location, we see the villages have been cleaned up. The palace is up over here, but the villagers for Chrono JJ going to be taking this one down. Shockwave coming down by Brutus yet again. It's not going to do all too much because the palace is mostly targeting down a chariot archer there, but there is the ceasefire as this game is getting into chaotic levels of nutty, and that's just how this is going right now. We've seen a successful villager rush into a successful villager rush defended into a random amount of town centers getting grabbed by a True and Mateo, into a True getting pushed back, into Mateo very, very much in a good position, but getting very, very kicked off everything. He's currently sitting 200 of 200 population here. And we'll see how it's all going to go. So many Toxotes over here on this location. We see some walls coming up by Chrono JJ to restrict the movement over here. How is Chrono JJ's army looking? 146 of 146 as well. And meanwhile, we see a wooden wall box happening here by Mateo for some reason, capturing a camel caravan. Capturing a camel caravan. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Maybe to throw up a fortress inside. We're going to see Norse Parker moving over here with his villagers, potentially to take these guys down, but maybe this could be used to make some siege happen, but not happening just yet. Meanwhile, over here, we see the villagers trying to escape certain doom, but they're not going to get out of here as these destroyers can tank for days. We see stone walls coming through for Chrono JJ. The villagers are not going to do all too much. The donkey caravans very much created now by Mateo, so he's in a very, very strong position. Town centers all over the map here, and Chrono JJ on 2 town centers, very much struggling, but Isaac has got 5 town centers. He's managed to take this town center down, and he is currently rolling over a true, and Brutus is nowhere to be seen on this map. There's a little bit of teal here. There's a little bit of teal here, but that's it. That's it. There's a couple of villages here, 6 in fact, that I'm sure Chrono JJ is going to want to take out as he's trying to push forward, but he just doesn't have the population to do it just yet. We see the fortress on the front here getting taken down by a couple of stray siege towers. Nice play there by Chrono JJ. And meanwhile, town center going up very quickly for Isaac as the military academy is going down. We've got a lot of those champion spearmen here. They've got their Horus upgrades as well, Greatest to the 50 and Spear of the Horizon. We've got all of those copper armory upgrades as well, as Isaac is very much motoring ahead in this game, and the villagers pulling back. We see the Pharaoh getting targeted down and does manage to keep himself alive. We see a watchtower coming in here. Scorpion Man going to be looking for some raids. There is this gold mine over here still trying to get grabbed by a true, but a true here, he's got only this gold mine left, and there's not enough units here to defend the ensuing Ra army of Isaac with those Horus upgrades, with also the assistance of this Avenger. So very tough for him to hold here, as this army is just going to completely steamroll through this back base of a true, of Brutus. Mateo needs to think about how is he going to get over there and keep his allies alive here, because this is going to be so difficult for him, especially losing this town center, loses Brutus's trade route for a little bit as well, as we're seeing this these catapults need to start getting onto the town center. Everything else, what is happening with the Norse player? Indeed, he's taking out Mateo's forward town center, dropping down to 4 town centers, as we are now seeing Chrono JJ's team firmly in control of this game. But while this is all going on, Brutus and Mateo are making a brutal push through Chrono JJ's base. Chrono JJ does have 1 market making trade, so it's not the worst, but his trade route is only 84 gold a trip, and he's only got 1 trade route happening. 19 villagers on food. Chrono JJ has got no villagers right now, it seems. Currently, he's lots of idols. Needs to get those sorted out. He's starting to put them onto farms here. But he is going to be in a world of hurt come the next couple of minutes in this game. Having lost that gold mine, lost those Migdal strongholds, it's going to be so bad for him at this point. We see the town center has been taken down. We have so many siege weapons here for Isaac to push through. These chariot archers are going to be absolutely perfect at dealing with a true's defensive militia here as well. As we see the fortress going up, but that's going to get taken down very quickly. 3 villages on this fortress. I'm not sure it's going to be enough to get it up, to get those militia out. He does not get it up. No free militia there. And that's just a dead fortress. We're starting to see Brutus coming with some of those Arcus over here. Still no real usage of this location by Mateo, as he's now starting to move forward. He's getting himself some gas graffiti, but he doesn't have burning pitch yet. You need burning pitch. Gas graffiti are absolutely useless before burning pitch. I mean, they do a little bit of damage, but they're sad. But we are seeing that Brutus is, or not Brutus, Mateo is going through this Secrets of the Titans here in order to start pushing back. We see those armory upgrades all coming through for Brutus as well. He's got so many resources here. So we'll see, will Chrono JJ's team have an answer for a Titan Gate or not? But right now, this is feeling a lot like that campaign mission that has the Egyptian one, where you have to get the Guardian to defend the army of Gargarensis marching through the village. And this is Gargarensis' army, and Mateo is trying to get out his Titan, which is going to role play as the Guardian here in this game. But meanwhile, we see a True coming in with his heavy Hippocon, going to be taking down these villages over here. Beautiful raids, keeping himself kind of relevant in this game. We do see that this town center is also being taken down as well. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but mana's coming back up for Brutus. He's going to try and get that town center back up as the catapult still steamrolling through. We see some more siege workshops coming up by Isaac. Isaac is currently 7 town centers at 205 population here. He still doesn't have fortified town centers. Get fortified town centers, Isaac, you madman. There's the Titan Gate getting thrown down by Matteo as he's going to start getting this one up as fast as he possibly can to see if we can make some sort of progress here. Chrono JJ still in a world of hurt with very few villages, very few population here. But Isaac is the hard carry. Matteo is the hard carry. Chrono JJ just needs to defend and keep his Norse Parker, his Norse buddy, alive. Because right now, we see the Ox Cart getting taken down. The Hippocon taking down the villagers. Norse Parker not paying attention at all over here. Meanwhile, we see more raids coming over here onto this location. Isaac and Chrono JJ's villagers starting to fall here. Brutal raids from Atru. Really, really smart. Even sacrificing this position because he realizes he can't fight this army. But he has managed to take it down. And this push is still very, very brutally strong. We see Matteo now able to get this town center back that he lost earlier. So he's going to be going for that one while getting his Titan Gate up. But now Isaac is saying, hello, hello, hello. I'm going to start taking your villages down over here, taking out your donkey caravans and everything else. But Matteo's already over here with his own heavy Hippocon. And we'll see, will Isaac make a move forward or not? We see the villagers trying to get this town center back up, but Isaac is not going to be allowing that one for the time being here. These portable ramps helping out a lot to push through. Meanwhile, we see Matteo. He's got some more units pushing in onto Chrono JJ, who's just built a ton of towers here. He's not going to get cracked that easily in this game. We see him chucking up a barracks as well. These villagers not able to get the town center back up as Siege Tower is going to be denying it 50% of the way through to the Titan Gate for the Titan to come out. The Chariot Archers have been taken out here as over here we see Amygdala Stronghold has been thrown up. These villagers of Isaac will be retreating away. He needs to basically just throw up farms and get trade caravans. That's all you need at this point. We will be seeing this town center going up very quickly for Isaac, who has actually lost town center after town center here. He was at 7 town centers as Brutus's destroyers have just swept through Isaac's town center holding, and that's partly because he doesn't have any defensive upgrades except for sun-dried mud brick. There's the fortified town centers. Chrono JJ's down to 128 or 126 population as well. He must have lost some houses here, as now we're finally starting to see Matteo's gas graffitis with their burning pitch starting to come in and show their true nature here. But it does look like Isaac has managed to hold, has managed to get his town centers remade over here, and he is already back up to 5, going on 7. Looks like this town center for Isaac not going to go up just yet. He's struggling a little bit for resources, it seems. Well, kind of. He's at 180 out of 220 HP. This Titan Gate does end up coming up for Matteo. So 1 Titan out versus 0 Titans. We'll see exactly how much assistance this can be for Matteo, or how much of a hindrance it can be, as he is currently sitting here for 20 population being idle, which is quite a lot. And Atru is trying to get his town center back in this game. We see more raids coming over here, just preventing these gold positions from getting grabbed. One lone medium Ulfsark against this horde of villages here. We'll see how long that goes unnoticed for, as losing all those villages to one Ulfsark would be pretty funny, but Atru does manage to hit the Mythic Age through Hephaestus, going to have access to that Plenty Vault. But where do you chuck it down? Part of me feels like I would chuck it down in Matteo's base and just chuck it down here. I'm not sure if you can, if it matters who has it. Obviously, if Matteo has it, it's better for Matteo. If Atru has it, it's better for Atru. But I don't know if it works like the Hesperus tree. If you can't take it from your ally, I think that's the case. Norse Parker does hit the Mythic Age, though, through Balder. But how weak is this going to be? How weak is this this Balder Ragnarok going to be? He's got a decent amount of villages, actually. Maybe looking close to 80 villages. So that could be completely fine for Norse Parker. He's going to be spamming those villages out as best as he possibly can here. And he does have a very, very good answer to the Titan with that Ragnarok as well. So we'll see if that's what he's going to go for in an attempt to take those down. And there's the Tartarian Gate getting thrown down. I feel like that is Ragnarok time. That's the cue to just rag, because this Tartarian Gate you're not going to be able to kill too easily. And we do see that the villagers are getting garrisoned here. There goes the Ragnarok. They're going to be able to take down this Tartarian Gate very, very easily. But it has forced out an earlier Ragnarok, which maybe not is good for Norse Parker. Meanwhile, Chrono JJ is still struggling mightily here in this game. He is so far fallen from his leaderboard spot down to third most relevant player in this game, but it's feeling as though he's not making any ground on Matteo, but he has managed to stop this town center from going up for quite some time here, so that's very, very good for him. As we see, the Tartarian Gate does end up getting taken down. Where is the Big T? The Big T is going after Isaac's town centers, allowing a True to get a foothold in this game. Very, very smart to help out his ally, but that's going to mean that he's going to get pushed back by Chrono JJ, because 20 less population is a big deal. You do see that tower getting taken down. The Chariot Archers retreating back. And we'll see where he's going to go. Sometimes you can just attack different locations and let the Titan do its thing, and it can be kind of okay. You don't have to chase it around. We'll see if that's what these guys are going to go for here. Meanwhile, we see Isaac's town center getting taken down yet again. As Brutus has got out a whole bunch of heavy destroyers to take down the town center. It's a nice play. Where'd that Titan go? Hello, Titan. It's hard because he's a gold T and he's on the yellow base. It's hard to see. But town center will go down, and Brutus's base might get reclaimed once and for all. Now you see the siege towers walking forward. Meanwhile, one gas graffiti. Look at this damage this one gas graffiti does. Smack. It's just like, you're not getting that town center up with one gas graffiti here, but we do see one hero, Ragnarok, will be able to take that one down, and then that town center will shoot up very, very fast. And Chrono JJ, for the first time here, it seems, will be on 3 town centers. And he's also going through Thoth, the madman. I actually like Thoth quite a bit, but you do need to make sure that you get yourself Book of Thoth, Sacred Cat, Flood Control, and then you get a ton of extra resources from your farms, and that's going to help you with any sort of elephant spam. But a very, very interesting choice by Chrono JJ nonetheless. And where is this Titan over here? He is here. He's taking out more stuff. We see the Rag heroes coming in, going to start smacking away at the Titan. I do believe 30 Rag heroes beat a Titan, and we will be seeing the Titan get surrounded. So that's important to surround the Titan so we can't just walk away. But I can't exactly remember if 30 win or not. I think maybe I'm wrong about that. You just see the heroes of Ragnarok going to be retreating here just a little bit. Don't want to lose them too easily. We're returning in, just completely bait and switching this this Titan as best as he can. Meanwhile, these Rag heroes are hitting this gold mine yet again, as True is back to kind of 0 gold income. He does have the palace to help out, or not the palace, the Plenty Vault to help out. Meanwhile, we see some more towers coming up. We've got the Pegasus, not the Pegasus, the Phoenix floating overhead. So this army is going to start pushing forward here. Going to target down Mateo's main base. The tower is up. These catapults out as well for Chrono JJ with siege engineers. As Chrono JJ is going to mount some sort of a comeback here, as Mateo is just kind of off in the middle of nowhere with this Titan for some reason. Don't ask me why he's there. He's done a lot of damage. True's got on his town centers back, so he's going to start being very relevant very soon. You can get any sort of any sort of gold situation going on. I mean, when we see these town centers are all up, and Chrono JJ going to be throwing up a siege works in on this position, and True now up to 4 town centers. Brutus, though, he's on 0 town centers as Norse Parker comes in and takes this one away from him. And Brutus is just kind of sitting here, 100 population, being like, well, what do I do? What do I do? And I tell you the answer. The answer is, in this situation, you just say, okay, feed me resources, team. I'm going to just go full pop army and build buildings everywhere. We are seeing him still getting those destroyer raids, being very, very annoying with those, attacking those middle town centers nicely. Meanwhile, this Titan still walking around the map, still causing havoc, taking down a town center here, town center there. Making things very hard for I Suck and Chrono JJ. Siege Works coming up now on this position as we're seeing an attempt to cut down the trade route of his opponents. It's not really a good way to do that. But Norse Parker loses a town center somewhere, or builds a town center somewhere. I'm not sure. Everyone's losing town centers. A true loses a town center. Town center coming back up for I Suck. And this is just dead town centers kind of everywhere here in this game. This town center are very, very low HP as well. Now we're going to be seeing Mateo's Titan going after Norse Parker's main base. This is going to hurt Norse Parker quite a lot because he's just ragged. And losing your farms when you've ragged can be very, very tough to recover from. As you can see, he's got no food in the bank right now. And he will be losing this town center, losing the farms as well. And that's going to be a big, big pain for him. And we'll see where this is all going to go very shortly. And now we're seeing this town center desperately getting repaired. But it doesn't matter because Gastraffiti, 5 Gastraffiti out DPSing. How many villages was that? I don't know. It must have been like 10 villages repairing with a Pharaoh. Gastraffiti are insane, guys. Absolutely insane here. Meanwhile, this town center going down as Brutus is still all over his opponents with these destroys, still making himself relevant. The Titan still walking through this town center for Norse Parker, not able to do all too much at all. But while it's happening, Atru's main town center is going to be getting taken out here. Very, very nice movement here from Norse Parker to keep utilizing his Ragnarok very, very well. The villagers are going to be making a run for it. Would love to get those taken out as the Titan is now going to be just making a full circle around the map, just saying, your town center is dead, your town center is dead, your town center is dead. And that's just how the game is going. We see so many camel caravans over here for I Suck as he is currently sitting in the middle of the map here, pushing in onto Mateo's main base as we do see Mateo's town center, or forward base, I should say, getting taken out here by Chrono JJ. As we're seeing Norse Parker getting tributed there by Chrono. He's probably sitting on 10 billion resources. Classic Chrono JJ. Not quite. He's being generous with those resources. Meanwhile, the town center does manage to stay alive for just a little bit longer here, as this town center does end up going down. That's going to be the end of, potentially the end of Chrono JJ's trade route for just a little bit here, as now the Titan can start making his sights set onto Chrono JJ's town center, and he just keeps walking around. He's got 5,000 HP remaining here. Taking out the temple is going to remove that Pygmalion statue. Smart play to take that one down. You can also take down the houses here if he so chooses. And we see more catapults coming in onto this location here. So the town center is back up to 2,000 HP. These Heroes of Ragnarok getting mostly cleaned up here, but a true 0 town centers. Brutus is 0 town centers, and Mateo is 4 town centers. What an insane game. As we do see that the Meteor God Power gets used in the 40th minute of this game. Absolute destruction here. Actually did a good amount of damage, but the town center will be living. Meanwhile, we see all of the Gastraffiti of Mateo coming in onto this location. They not only take the buildings down, but also take down enemy siege weapons so quickly. This is one of the reasons why the Gastraffiti is better than Catapult, or better than Petropolis. Even if the Petropolis does more damage, the Gastraffiti can snipe the enemy Petropolis from far range, whereas that's not true in the converse. Now we do see these Gastraffitis coming over here. He's not able to really do all too much with them. Chariot Archers are a good try against Gastraffitis though. As now we're going to see a true, maybe going to start thinking about doing some of those champion Hatyroi raids as the town center of Chrono JJ does fall. The Titan wandering around here, going to try and prevent this town center from going up, potentially take down these villages and be in a really, really good position. Smack, 1 smack, 2 smack. Chrono JJ, no, he's just going to leave them, like no worries. Stop the town center and then we'll move on. Pharaoh's coming over here, maybe to join in the fight. As we see the villagers, you have to be careful with this, because if the Titan decides to turn around and just stamp the ground, all these villagers die. Meanwhile, I mean, not sure what Chrono JJ's idea here is with this siege works, but I would love to see him building some units out of it. And meanwhile, it's looking like these town centers here, they just need to get rebuilt. They just need to get rebuilt. Chrono JJ's got tons of resources. Mateo does cast himself the Titan, the Underworld, which, where's he going with it? I'm not 100% sure. Here? Here. Oh, he's going here. coming after this location. He's going to be in onto here. He's going to try and get this town center for himself, it seems. But underneath all of this tower fire, it's a little bit dangerous. I'm not sure exactly what his plans are, but while this is happening, the Gas Graffiti's making a name for themselves yet again, preventing another town center from going up. And now Chrono JJ's Immaculate Caravan trade line is starting to get disrupted a little bit. The town center of Isaac will probably go down as well here, depending on how fast those Olsark can take down the Gas Graffiti. It is looking like pretty fast, but the town center's going down fast as well. So these arrows are getting flung incredibly quickly, and the town center does end up going down. Nice play from Mateo. As this game is just continuing with absolute chaos and carnage. A True and Brutus, both still 0 town centers here in this game, but they're both still causing a lot of chaos here. Lots of stables up for a True, as these heroes of Ragnarok jumping into their fortified town center to get away from the units of Mateo and Brutus. And now we see Mateo moving forward. These catapults are trying to take down some of these manners, preventing Brutus from being relevant in this game. The Gas Graffiti going after these houses, going after house rates. That's just so good. These Gas Graffiti, they move at 3.99 speed when you have, I feel like they get +2 speed. Plus 0.2 speed for being Hades. So they get nearly 4.0 speed. If you compare that to like a catapult, just like 3 point something, right? Or 2.88 speed. And he's even got draft horses, so 2.5 speed. So the Gas Graffitis not only counter Petropolis and catapults, but also move way faster, nearly twice as fast as them. So they can be used for kind of raids as well. Obviously, they're pretty weak if they get caught out, but so to Petropolis. It's a risk.
In which?
And I don't even know where to go yet. What's this? Okay, the Titan has now done a full circle, ladies and gentlemen. A full circle. He started over here. He went, whoa, and back. And we're back. And now we see Brutus able to get himself back a town center. Let's go, Brutus. What is a True doing, though? Where is a True's villages? Wait, he's still got a handful. He's got 13 villagers remaining, it seems. Is he mining from anywhere? One villager on wood somewhere. Where is he? There she is. The one villager on wood. And the True is going to be getting this town center back. The question is, how many resources does Mateo actually have? Not a lot, but he should be tributing a lot of that away. As Brutus now throwing up some towers here, going to be causing some chaos for the trade route of Isaac. Meanwhile, we see that Mateo's town center gets taken down by Isaac's siege towers here. And Mateo is still managing to push Chrono JJ back while putting pressure on everywhere here. Looks like most of the town centers are back up, but now Mateo's got his Titan back in. Brutus is going for his own Titan here as well. Brutus is going for his own Titan, and Chrono JJ, Isaac, and Norse Parker just can't afford it, right? Yeah, they all just can't afford it. We see the houses coming back up, and even if they do throw up a Titan gate, they basically have to put it on the other side of the map that the enemy Titan is, otherwise they can just walk over and take it down. But even then, it's still going to be close. Still going to be close. Chrono JJ does manage to get himself another settlement over here. He's getting this one through as well as he's trying to push forward. And the siege tower is now moving over away from Mateo's villages, trying to find something else to attack. Brutus does manage to get himself back a town center. So, I don't know, in 15 minutes, he's going to be back up to a decent amount of citizen. You see this Pharaoh. Oh, Pharaoh's getting involved. Kill the Titan gate. Look how much damage he does. 6 damage a shot. 6.5 damage a shot-ish. So he manages to get a good amount of damage there. Nice job, Mr. Pharaoh. Helping out nicely. You see random raids coming through from Mateo still. Mateo's down to 3 town centers now, though he is getting back the 4th town center. Chrono JJ's managed to get this one up. We see the Titan gate is coming through now for Brutus. Where is he going to put it down, though? And how many citizens does he actually have is the pertinent question. He had some citizen here, but I'm not sure exactly what his plan is. There they are. He's got 4 citizen here. I would love to see him get the Titan out. I think it would be very big help. Now we see the Fire Giants going after this Titan as it's just continuing to deal a lot of damage here. he'll be able to take the town center down, but he is finally starting to get taken out. And now the lull as Chrono JJ seems to have stabilized a little bit after his little dance with the Titan, but he loses the forward town center. Some of these villagers getting taken down as well as Brutus is in here with those fanatics. We see the town center coming up for Brutus as well with a lot of villagers. He's got a lot here. 7 citizen on this location here, causing a lot of chaos. Now we see the Titan making a move up. Here he's going to be looking to take down some more stuff. He's still very, very healthy. Still just under half HP. So it's a lot more value out of this one. Can come through. So the hero arc is coming in to try and take down these fire giant who are looking to go after maybe Mateo's talent center yet again. And here's the problem right now for Chrono JJ's team. I suck, just not enough units out. I'm not sure what he's doing with it. He's still trying to build villages out of everything. He's on 3 town centers. He should have more units out. And if we look at Norse Parker, he's 120 of 120, but like lots of resources in the bank. Chrono JJ, 192 of 192, lots of resources in the bank. Did he end up getting Book of Thoth? Oh, he did. He's getting a lot of resource income here. But they just need to push forward and take him down. We still haven't seen Brutus go for his Titan Gate just yet. As we've seen, the Titan going to be moving back up to Chrono JJ's base. Still very, very close game. No idea which way this game is going to go as we continue through. You see these Gastrophetes walking through, taking down the Migdol stronghold to push forward, take down Chrono JJ's talent center yet again. So the Titan just returning back over to this side of the map, killing off more stuff, making it tougher and tougher to finish this game off, keeping them alive. But it's looking like both Atru and Brutus have somewhat stabilized. Oof, so many dead chariots there. They get their 2 town centers. Brutus has got 2 town centers. Mateo's on 4 town centers, so fine, but it's looking like Chrono JJ, I Suck, and Norse Parker with a little bit of an advantage here. We do see the Titan Gate getting thrown down here by Brutus, but this is very raidable here. Come around the side, come in here. If we check out what these players can actually see, you can see there is no real way to see. If you hug the corner of the wall, you can sneak in here, even with, does he have... he's got signal fires. He doesn't have the carrier pigeons, but even with signal fires, you don't see the edge of the map here. Or maybe if you threw up a tower over here, you would. But we'll see if they're going to attempt to hit a raid on that one or not. Chrono JJ still trying to push forward. We do see there is this Phoenix here. The Phoenix on top of this wouldn't be a bad idea because you can sit right here and just target the Titan Gate, and you have to basically force out a hero or something. And then we go with Norse Parker back up here. He's getting himself the town center. Making himself some Huskal. They're only medium Huskal with nearly 50 minutes into the game. And only heavy cavalry as well. Taking out the Gastrophetes. I'm sure those are champion. Yeah, they're fully upgraded, souped up Gastrophetes. And we see some more towers coming up now for Chrono JJ as the catapult walking in. We'll see if we can deny Mateo's town center yet again. Meanwhile, this Titan is still alive. It's been alive for ages. It's just been walking around causing so much chaos. And it's looking like Brutus is going to be allowed to get this Titan up. Well, we do see a couple of Isaac's chariot archers coming through, but we kind of saw this for the last Titan Gate. And that, like, you kind of have to kill off all the villagers to make any ground. Do we see the town center going down again? Yeah, we do. I don't know how it went down, but it ended up going down. And maybe Isaac's going to get that back for himself. Some more Brutus citizen getting taken down. Poor guy just keeps on getting smoked here. Town center attempting to come up here for Mateo, but getting denied by Chrono JJ's champion, Kamori. He had to go through Thoth, so I'm surprised he hasn't been using those elephants. Getting himself, I'm sure he's got himself Valley of the Kings. He does, but no elephant raids. The elephant raids are so strong. You build a fortress up or a Migdol up and you just run through with a ton of elephants. And it can be really, really hard to stop that kind of brute force push. They are going to be taking out another big doll stronghold. And it's simply going to be two and a quarter titans against, or sorry, 1.25 titans against 0 titans here, it seems. We do see a couple of these citizens are getting taken down. Two chariots are going to get a lot of value here. We see that Brutus says, all right, gonna run, need to kill these off somehow. We see the villagers getting pulled, going to start shanking, but nice little retreat micro there from Brutus to pull the chariots in, and they're going to get taken down. The Titan is going to continue to go up. Meanwhile, Matteo has set up shop in the middle of the map with a ton of towers, fortresses, but he's still not quite on the trade route of Chrono JJ here. And now the Norse Parker pushing forward, going to try and take down this town center here. We see the Titans still getting value here. And you remember, like, if you have a Titan out, it's all well and good killing off the town centers, but it's only 20 pop. And you've only got 20 pop. So you're using 20 pop in the Titan. So killing off one town center is only kind of going even with the Titan. So you can always just kind of sack one town center for the Titan and be fine. But for Brutus, who doesn't have a lot of income here, so he's at 117 of 100 population. Not a lot of income either. He's got a lot of resources in the bank right now, but it looks like this these villagers are going to start getting taken down yet again. How many does he have left? Lots of low HP citizen. Brutus is not paying attention here. He's looking elsewhere. So many falling here. This is going to be very, very close to completely denying this Titan Gate. 90% here as more citizen are falling. Brutus, he's not paying attention. He's going to lose nearly every single one of these citizens. 91%, 92%. Isaac is microing now. We see the villagers getting pulled. 3 citizen remaining here. This villager very, very low. Just snipe him, pick him off. And he does manage to snipe that one. We've got 3 citizens left here for Brutus. These chariot archers are all getting taken down. We've still got 1,000 HP to go. Will Isaac be able to get in here or not? We do see a war elephants making their way in. They could get onto this town center or onto this Titan Gate, prevent it from getting up, but it's not going to happen just yet. This Titan has managed to take down so many town centers. We got the catapult now trying to take down the Titan, which is actually a good use of the catapult. But if they miss quite a bit if the Titan's moving, so got to be careful with those. And it is looking like we're at 96%, 400 HP remaining. Chariot Arch is getting taken down. Hippocon coming in. Villagers for Isaac coming through, going to attempt to start shanking this Titan Gate. Titan Gate's 1400 HP, and he's going to be able to get it up just barely there. The Titan is out for Brutus. Brutus is on 0 town centers with 3 citizen remaining in this game. 1 citizen over here as well, but he does manage to get the Titan out with who knows how this is going to go. But this Titan from where's he gone? Is he finally been killed? No, he's still in onto this location, still with 1500 HP remaining. Has managed to take down 2 town centers, so he's getting his value in this game as Matteo is still pushing forward. He's still getting this town center back. Chrono JJ not really able to hold. And now a True is getting his own Titan Gate. And it's going to be 3 Titans versus 0 Titans here, as a True is going to be very, very close to that one. And I don't think, Norse Parker would be tough for him to get one. He could get one out if he wanted to. You convert villagers into Ulfsark, and then you can get that out. Meanwhile, we see Mateo's town center, or Matteo taking down Isaac's town center here. Very, very nice play. Is going to be continuing to move forward in this game. The Titan of Brutus is now going to take down Isaac's town center yet again. Isaac down to 1 town center. The fall from the heavens. He was on 7 at one point in this game, down to 1 here, as it's looking as if Matteo, True, and Brutus are in a commanding position right now with so many Titans. We see the villagers of Isaac returning over here. You do not want to be targeting down a Titan with villagers. He can kill them all in like 1 or 2 hits. It's very, very brutal. And now we do see Migdol Strongholds getting taken down. Chrono JJ getting pushed back here. The catapult's going after a True's town center in order to try and slow him down. But it's looking like while that's all happening, Matteo is not able to push on the front here. True gets his Titan Gate. We'll be putting it down very, very shortly, I'm sure, in order to get all of the Titans out. The big T's wandering across the map. And this Titan's been out for like 20 minutes thus far. and he's still going as he's now trying to make his way over and cause more problems for Isaac. You could go for the camel caravan or ox caravan blocks, but there's the Titan Gate getting thrown down. The villagers all jumping onto it as well, as this game is completely out of control. Some throwing action coming through for Norse Parker as he wants to try and think about getting this town center for himself, but a little bit too under upgraded. Not going to be too much of a help here, especially when there's mostly Hippocon he's fighting against. Town center for Isaac coming back up over here, as this one does end up going down. Still got 900 HP remaining, as now Brutus's Titan is in here with a full healthy 7,000 HP, taking down this Titan. Catapult going after it, but it's going to be a very, very long time before this Titan does end up going down. So we'll see if they can't deal with that Titan, how they're going to be able to deal with this one as well. As Chrono JJ still slowly but surely trying to push in. 200 HP remaining on this town center. It does end up falling by 2 catapults that are walking in, but Mateo is going to be revenging onto these, taking them down very quickly, and then trying to get his town center back up again. Is the Titan now down to 770 HP? He could potentially take out more villages, take out the houses, return back over onto this town center to take this one down, and just continue where that's concerned. And now a true going after Norse Parker's base. He's finally got himself champion infantry in 57 minutes in this game. Going to be taking that one down very, very nicely here. And it's looking as if Isaac 2 town centers, Chrono JJ 2 town centers, and Norse Parker 2 town centers going 1 town center, going 0 town centers. Norse Parker in a very, very difficult position here. And now we see the Gistrophidis now coming after the fortified town centers, but the Chariot Archer is going to be able to take them down very, very quickly here. But it looks like maybe not fast enough. We'll see. It's going to be close. And now even Mateo, he's got himself some Dryads here in order to make a big push. And it is looking like not able to take him down with the Gastrophedes, but still very close. We've got Chrono JJ making some elephants. He's got the Tusks of Apatomark here. These champion elephants have 742 HP. Town center falling here, it seems. Very, very close. Titan is now out for a true. Titan for Brutus is starting to get taken down by a pharaoh and a priest and a bunch of Isaacian armies. And then, oh no, the villagers all getting completely smoked here. Isaac making such a big mistake here, sending those villagers in. Now he's going to be dropping down to next to none. He's got 7 villagers gathering resources currently. These Titans are causing too much mayhem for Chrono JJ's team to deal with. Chrono JJ trying to make a move forward here, but the Gastrophedes just say no, no, no. You got to go back to rehab. Lol. All right. Brutus moving forward, ready to take down another town center. This Titan just about to fall here. The priest holding him steady as this Titan dodges a couple of those Petropolis balls there. And this catapult will end up falling. But what does it matter, as, I mean, Mateo's going to basically get 20 population back once this falls and be able to push forward very brutally. Isaac gets a lot of resources there from Norse Parker, who's got a lot in the bank. He's getting back his hometown center. This town center here is going the way of a True, who is very, very strong here right now with those Apaspis. The Titan making his way over as well will help push through this location. Now we see Brutus's Titan going to be coming over here, denying this town center as well. And I think Chrono JJ 0 town, or Chrono JJ Isaac Norse Park are currently a total of 2 town centers here, with 5 town centers currently being denied. It's absolutely wild. 6 town centers if you count this one as well, but that's now a True's town center. He's up to 3 town centers yet again. Stabilized. Brutus 3 town centers. Back from 0. Back from death. A True 4 town centers. Mateo 4 town centers. And Chrono JJ, Isaac, and Norse Park are just not able to get anything happening here anymore. Norse Parker taps out. Isaac taps out. And Chrono JJ taps out in the hour-long community team game. Villager Rush. What did we just watch? What did we just watch? Mateo, a True, and Brutus. Chrono JJ, Isaac, Norse Parker. didn't get the Titan out, and then they didn't try and deny or deal with that Titan at all. I think the best way to deal with the Titan mostly is a siege towers for Egyptian players. And for the Norse players, the best bet is fire giants. And they didn't make either of them there in order to deal with those. And that was the game. Actually, is it the best thing to use? Like, show me a time. What's the speed? 3.75. And then the speed of a siege tower. Where is it? Where's a bloody siege tower? 3.48. So it's pretty close, right? So you can chase them around and you get a lot more damage done with the siege towers than anything else. There's also the option of making funeral rites priests, but I do think that the siege tower is your best bet against the Titan for the Egyptians for the most part. But what a game. Well played by Matteo, especially being able to carry his team here. A true for those raids to keep them in the game. Those raids were absolutely clutch, keeping Norse Parker, Isaac down and out. And that was, what a game. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow. Actually, before we do that, let's show you the postcard. I know some of you love this. Look at all these resources. This is more important. Units killed by Matteo. 1,000 killed, 1,000 lost. Improvements. Let's go over here. It's the resource total. A total of 230,500 resources gathered by Matteo here in this game. What an insane game for him. If you do enjoy watching this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.